Right. Of course. Wonderful, yes. No, I think that'll be fine. Of course we have. All right then, Emmy. Speak to you soon. Yes. Yes, that's right. Yep. Okay, bye. Yep, bye.
Who was that?
Oh, you startled me. Do you have to come up behind me like that?
Sorry. If you had the phone on loudspeaker like everyone else, then I wouldn't have to tiptoe around.
I don't like doing that.
Yes, I know why. But who were you talking to?
I would have thought that was fairly obvious since I used her name.
Did you?
Don't tell me you weren't listening. I know you, always afraid you're going to miss something.
I'm not an eavesdropper. Anyway, you weren't giving much away.
Ha! I knew you were hanging on every word. I was talking to Emmy, as you well know.
And?
And what?
Oh, come on. Don't be all coy.
Is there enough in the kettle for another cup, since you haven't bothered to make me one?
Yes, I think so, and I didn't make you one because once you get started, who knows how long you'll be on the phone. Anyway, I put the tea bag in ready for you.
Thank you.
Don't be elusive. What were you talking to Emmy about?
What do I ever talk to Emmy about? She is my sister-in-law.
That didn't sound run-of-the-mill.
Well, as a matter of fact, we were...
Cooking something up?
A little overstating it, perhaps. But yes, if you like.
And what might this little conspiracy be?
Oh, it's not a conspiracy. Don't worry, you're going to be very much involved.
That's what I was afraid of.
Don't be like that. We've been talking lately about how long it's been since they visited. Well, as she pointed out, we've never even met little Robert, have we?
No.
And she rang today to say...
That's a point. It's a bit early, isn't it? Must only be about 5 in the morning there.
Apparently Robert still gets up very early. He is only 2.
Well, I suppose so.
Anyway, don't interrupt. She said she's been getting on at Neil for ages about coming over. Well, she's at the end of her tether with it, and she's booked the flights, and they're coming.
Coming? Where? Here?
Where else? Of course here. Isn't it exciting? Finally we get to meet our littlest nephew.
I suppose.
Ugh, men. It's exciting, Harry. Be excited.
I will. Nearer the time. When are they making the trip then?
In 3 weeks, apparently. The 23rd.
Wow, that was quick. I suppose they must be doing all right with the business if they can afford flights and a hotel at short notice. And things aren't exactly cheap over here at the moment, are they?
I suppose so. But they don't have to afford a hotel. They're staying with us.
I'm sorry. What?
I said they could stay here. No sense having the kids cooped up in a hotel. They can stay here. We've got the spare room. That's plenty big enough for them. They can hire a car with the money they save on the hotel and go visiting wherever they like. And there's the garden. Emmy said Carly's really starting to get into the outdoors.
Our garden's not exactly the great outdoors, though, is it?
No, but it's better than a pokey room at a hotel. They're staying for 3 weeks to really make the most of it. Before Carly starts school, Emmy said she wanted Neil and the children to get the chance to spend time with their family before it gets, more tricky to make the trip.
3 weeks? Here?
Well, to start with. She said they might go a few other places, so I said they could just use here as a sort of base camp. Then they can get around to everyone. It's not like we're too far away from Shelley and Rachel and all your other cousins, is it? It's only Auntie Hat who's a bit of a distance away.
Stop
spluttering, it's not that bad. You haven't seen your brother in more than 3 years.
No, and I haven't spent a night under the same roof as him for 12.
Oh, it won't kill us. And it'll be nice to have children in the house.
Will it indeed?
Yes. Now finish your tea and get your coat on.
Why? It's a Sunday.
We've got shopping to do.
Helen?
Yes?
What have you got there?
Oh, just a pile of blankets and things. They smell awful, like they've been in the cupboard for years.
Why?
Because they have. I got them down from the attic. They were in that old chest of drawers. All musty and yuck.
Why?
I'm going to give them a good wash. I'm glad you're here at last. Dinner's ready, just keeping warm.
Oh, good. It has been one of those days.
You're telling me. I had Tom come to the window today. It felt very awkward, having to question him about his address and proof of ID. But it is procedure.
Tom who?
Tom Hartley. From next door.
Oh, wouldn't imagine him ordering anything online, would you? They always seem much too swanky for that.
They certainly do. But it was from Jests.
What's Jests?
That upmarket company. They always advertise on telly before Christmas. You know the type of thing. Buy your gifts from us, bankrupt yourselves but impress your friends.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we get a wedding present for someone from there once?
Yes, we did. Cost more than my outfit. I do hate those wedding registry things, especially when they pick the one store you don't have a branch of nearby.
That's what online's for, Helen.
There is that. Anyway, then he went over to the shop counter to get some cigarettes. Ted Jenkins was quite rude to him. I honestly don't know how they stay in business. I think it's only the parcels that give them enough through traffic to keep going. But seriously, Jenkins was so short with him. I'm sure I went red with embarrassment.
What's old Ted's problem?
I don't know. But I wish he wouldn't pick our friends and neighbours to be rude to.
Oh well, you're home now.
Yes, and shattered. I haven't stopped since I got in.
Why not? You went all through like a mad thing with the Hoover yesterday. Not that it needed it, really.
I know, but I thought I'd have a sort out in the spare room.
Is that what the blankets are in aid of?
Yep, starting to get all sorted.
They're not coming for another week, Helen. And they're not expecting Buckingham Palace.
No, but I would like it if they didn't feel it was a pigsty. And I want to make it cosy for them. I want them to feel at home.
I'm sure they will. You've always made it feel homey.
Yes, but everyone's home's different, isn't it? I mean, some people have lovely plush homes with fancy decor everywhere.
Are you saying our house is a dump?
No, I am not. I love our house. Theirs must be a bit more fancy. They always look fancy, don't they, American homes, when you see them on the telly?
That's not exactly real life, though, is it?
I suppose not. But Emmy's always very well presented. She's stylish, and I'm sure their home matches. Lots of throws and cushions and very homely.
Rather than... what do they call it? Homespun?
Exactly.
I still wouldn't call it homespun around here. It's a home.
Funny how the thought of someone else coming into your home always makes you look at it through different eyes, isn't it?
I suppose so. Not that my brother will be expecting much.
True. Neil would be comfortable anywhere. But I do want them all to feel welcome.
Of course they will. There's one thing I do know, and that's this. You definitely trump Emmy in the food department.
Do I?
Hands down. Don't you remember the strange casserole she made for us that time?
Oh, yes. Don't be unkind.
Just saying.
Well, anyway, I needed to get these blankets washed. I want it fresh as a daisy. There's nothing worse than not having enough blankets or sleeping in a spare room that's all dusty and dank.
Like Auntie Hatch, you mean?
That's just what I was thinking.
Yeah, that wasn't much of a holiday, was it?
Hey, at least she let us sleep in the same room, even if they were separate beds, with that strange net curtain between them.
And we weren't even married then, were we?
We're so old-fashioned. All your cousins were going off to Mallorca and exotic places on holiday with their boyfriends and girlfriends. And we went to Hastings to visit your Auntie Harriet.
Yeah, I know.
Remember when she took us to that garden centre in her precious Ford Cortina?
How could I forget? We had to push it half the way home.
That was The Hudsons, written by and starring Jamie Dyer as Harry and Jane Grandel as Helen. The announcer was Pete Lutz. The music was by Kevin MacLeod. This program was brought to you by Southwaves Audio.